Well, let's talk about Greenland. Greenland is feeling the heat of the great power politics. This after American president's latest threat to Denmark. Denmark has moved to bolster its troops' presence in the island. And Greenland's government says that a significant number of Danish troops are deployed in the region to continue military exercises and cooperate with regional allies. Greenland also added that the purpose of these Danish troops is to train the ability to operate under the unique Arctic conditions. This is also to strengthen the alliance's footprint for the benefit for both European as well as transatlantic security. This comes after US President called Greenland an important component of his Golden Dome project, which is his flagship air and missile defense system plan. He asserts that owning Greenland would further embolden NATO's defenses. In fact, he took a jibe at Denmark once again, asking the NATO members to get Russians and Chinese out of the territory. The European Union has once again asserted that decisions about Greenland's future rest with Denmark and Greenland, adding that the EU stands with the people of Greenland.
Greenland is part of NATO. And when we are speaking about Arctic security, this is one of the core topics of NATO. And we know that the glue between the allies is the fact that there's always the clear motto, one for all for one. So NATO is one forum to integrate the different interests that are out there.
In Greenland's capital, locals say that the tone has shifted from diplomatic talks to something far more coercive, leaving many fearful about what comes next.
Overwhelming, I can put that in one word. It is quite overwhelming, especially with the example he set with Venezuela. It is like kind of last year it was a whole different thing. It felt more neutral. It felt more of a negotiation. This year it feels more of a threat.
The concern comes as senior American officials, including Marco Rubio, are hosting Danish and Greenlandic foreign ministers at the White House. A meeting meant to calm tensions, but one that has done little so far to ease public unease. Denmark and Greenland's leaders have made their position clear. The island is not for sale and its future will not be decided by external pressure. Yet, on ground, people say that the uncertainty is deeply personal, affecting families, children, and how they plan for the future. Despite Greenland being covered by the NATO security arrangement, fears of economic coercion or worse are no longer dismissed as unthinkable. Residents speak of anger, fear, and a growing need to think seriously about how to protect their homeland.
I don't know how to prepare myself and my son. I have a 6-year-old, so I don't know how to prepare.
Now, the pressure is also building in Copenhagen. Danish officials are said to be struggling to read Washington's endgame, with growing concern that this standoff could strain or even fracture the Western alliance. As the Arctic emerges as a new geopolitical frontline, Greenland finds itself caught between strategic interests and its people's right to self-determination.
Tensions are obviously extremely high, both here in Greenland and in Denmark. I mean, there's definitely a worry, a fear in Denmark that this is going to tear basically the Western alliance apart. It's a very hard situation for the Danish government to handle, basically because they don't really get what the US president wants.